Hi, it's Miss B. And I've got 6 things that I need you to know with all the changes going on and all the craziness. I thought it was really important that we kind of get together, talk about the plans, and get on the same page about things. So here are 6 things that I need you to know going forward with the semester. So you probably got an email that spring break is extended for this coming week. So you don't have any obligations to your classes in this coming week. Your teachers may be starting to put things online because that's the plan for the rest of the semester is for all classes to move online. If you're already taking online classes, that may not change things much. But for my in-person classes, that changes things a lot. So just prepare for that. Make sure you turn on your notifications. If you don't know, I'll post a link on how to turn on your notifications so that anytime I post news, due dates, things like that, you'll be able to get notifications about that and stay on top of everything. So the first thing that I need you to know is that you continue to be my priority. There's a lot going on right now. This is a rapidly developing situation. I mean, just think about where we were a week ago. Even on like Thursday, Johnny Logan was emailing us to say that we were going to stay open. And now Johnny Logan is, closing to in-person classes for the rest of the semester. Local schools are closed for the rest of the month. The governor just announced this afternoon that all bars and restaurants in Illinois are going to be closed to in-person dining and patronage. They can do carry-out only. So things are changing really quickly. So I just wanted you to know that you continue to be my priority. As much as I can, I'm going to fight for some normalcy and some, control over the situation for you so that I just don't want you to feel like you're going to get lost in the shuffle. I'm sure some of you are graduating this semester. I know some of you have scholarships and offers to different colleges and things like that. Please don't worry about this class impacting you negatively because of this situation. I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that you still get to learn some sociology and get the grade that you earn. And I feel like we're going to be fine. So just know that I'm committed to trying to make this work as best we can. Second thing I need you to know, I know that I owe you some grades. I know that I do. Some of you have tests that have gone ungraded. I know some of my online classes have discussions that have gone ungraded. I'm aware of this. Don't think that the delay in grades is because you didn't do well and I just haven't told you yet. That's absolutely not what's going on. Unfortunately, it's just been a big change with everything that's happening. And so my focus right now is going to be on revamping the classes, making sure that we've got plans in place that work for you guys. I also know that, even those of you who are already taking one of my courses online, it might seem like, oh, this is no change for you, but your circumstances may have changed. Maybe you don't have access to, the internet on campus that you were relying on. Maybe you have kids that are going to be home with you now and you're not going to have the time to devote to class like you did before. Maybe your job has changed. If you're a healthcare professional, I'm sure that this is like a very, very stressful time for you. So just know that I understand that and I'm going to have to do something I don't often do, and that's be flexible. I'm going to have to be more flexible. I think, historically and on the syllabus, you'll see that I am kind of inflexible in terms of like deadlines and due dates, and this is how things have to be and no late work. I don't think that that's reasonable to expect anymore with all that we've got going on, with all the changes. I don't know what each and every person's situation and circumstances are like. So I'm going to have to be more accommodating and be more flexible on the due dates. So I'll be more clear about what that actually looks like and what my expectations are of you. That's kind of what this week is for teachers to be able to adjust their plans and make new preparations. So that's what I plan to do this week. I hope to hit you near the end of the week with some like clear, concrete, hey, this is what this looks like. Here's what our new deadlines are like. I need you to not like wait till the end of the semester to do your stuff. And I'm going to put some stops in place to make sure that we're not doing that because it's unreasonable to expect me to grade everything the last week of class. But I will be trying to put out more content to you. For example, if you're someone who only has a couple hours a week to free to be able to focus on your schoolwork because of, work and school now, and, just things have changed, I want you to be able to get as much done in this class as you can during those dedicated times. So that's my goal. I'm going to have to be more flexible, but you are going to have to communicate. You're going to have to talk to me about whatever barriers you're experiencing. If I put out info and, tell you these are the new expectations, this is your new assignment. 2 of my in-person classes don't have or have, presentations they're supposed to be doing. I don't know what we're going to do with those. I'm going to have to think about it and figure it out. So when I do those things, when I put out new information, when I put out my new expectations, if you don't understand something, if something's not doable for you for whatever reason, you're going to have to tell me so that we can make plans and accommodations. Again, going back to the flexibility thing, I know you may not have expected that from me, and I don't really expect that from me either. But I'm going to have to be. Guys, this is a new experience for all of us, and we're just going to have to roll with it together and try and make it work. My last 2 things aren't particularly class related, but they kind of are. Number 5. I need you to know that it's a really great time to be a sociologist. Holy cow. I'm not excited about this viral pandemic. It's tragic. It's killing people, mostly in other countries right now. It's just like insane rates. But we can look at that critically and, just see all the social influences of what's going on, how some countries are dealing with this versus others, what resources some people have and others don't. We can look at this small scale. How is it impacting local families, right? How is this impacting men and women differently? Typically you see women responsible. There's more of an equal distribution than there used to be, but women still tend to shoulder more of the childcare, home care, grocery kinds of things. So how is this impacting, men and women differently? How is this impacting workers differently? Economically, this is a huge issue for people who, maybe work paycheck to paycheck or delivery day to delivery day. For like a pizza delivery person, what do you do? It's really, really interesting. It's also really interesting from like a media perspective. I'm sure if you're on Facebook, you've got people telling you that this is no big deal, that it's just the flu. Everybody needs to calm down. We're overreacting. You've probably also got people telling you that we need to act now. Things are going to get really bad if we don't. This is a viral pandemic and like, holy crap. So we've got to be critical, right? We have to be critical of what we're being told. Who's doing the telling? Are these things founded? Are they backed by, research? Are we listening to reputable people? Are we listening to people who have something to gain by our panic and concern? Because somewhere in the middle, there's some truth, right? Somewhere in the middle, we can see like, we see countries like Italy who didn't act quickly enough to try and, throttle the spread of this disease. And now they've got hundreds of people dying every day. They don't have the resources to take care of all the patients that they have. I mean, basically anyone who is old is dying in a hallway outside an ICU because they don't have a bed to take care of them, or enough staff to take care of them. So it's pretty crazy. That's why they're taking all these steps to shut down things locally. Illinois seems to be being particularly proactive and shutting down places where this is more likely to spread, because it is going to spread. It's contagious, like real contagious. We don't have great testing resources right now. We don't have any vaccines for this right now. So it is super contagious, but if we can slow down that contagiousness, and not overwhelm our healthcare systems, then maybe we can handle things as they come in a reasonable way instead of like bombarding our hospitals and overwhelming our resources and having a bunch of people die in a hallway. That's what I'd like to avoid. And I think that that's what we're shooting for. But again, be a critical consumer of media. Look for sources, look for, resources, talk to the people in your lives, because this is a community issue. This is a sociological issue, is trying to control how much damage this virus inflicts on our society. So yeah, be critical, be smart, be brilliant, because you've been training for this, right? You've been in sociology class for 7-8 weeks, so you're well versed so far in analyzing situations and trying to have a better understanding of things. My last thing is really just a personal encouragement, and that's be kind to each other. This is probably maybe more stressful for some of you than others. Maybe if you have, money in savings and your job isn't affected and you don't have kids and you just get to kind of like order pizza and hang out and it's not that big of a deal, this might be a great thing. But for everyone that this isn't so bad for, there's probably a lot of people that it's pretty scary for. Small businesses, families, people who can't go visit their loved ones because nursing homes aren't taking visitors right now and are maybe going to miss out on their loved ones' final days. People who are at risk, immunocompromised. I have a friend whose, dad has Parkinson's and her sister's going through chemo, and she's terrified right now because both of those people are especially at risk of having complications if they get this virus. She's also a senior at SAU getting her master's in art, and guess what? You can't make art on the internet. So is she going to get to graduate? Is she going to get to finish? She's terrified. Some of you are seniors in high school and are going to miss out on your last season, playing with your friends and your prom, and hopefully not your graduation. But, this is tough. There are things that are being affected by this that are once in a lifetime. And, we've also just got people who are scared that they're not going to be able to go out and get their medicines, or, can't find toilet paper. So just as much as you can, be kind to each other, be compassionate, be understanding, know that most people are doing their best. Look for the good around you, look for opportunities to do good, because you have an impact. If we've learned anything in this class, we've learned that the way that we behave and interact with other people has an influence. So I just hope that you are influencing positively. I will post that link on how to turn on your notifications, and I will be working diligently this week to make sure that we are graded and caught up, and also that we've got some new plans going forward so we can all just keep focusing on getting the grade that we want in this class. And I'm here for you guys as much as you can. So email me, reach out, whatever you need. Okay? Have a great day.